Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. So we are reading from Prabhupada Lilamrita. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He did, and Srila Prabhupada told him that actually the world is real because it was created by God, the supreme reality. But it is unreal in the sense that everything material is temporary. When a person takes the temporary world to be permanent and all in all is an illusion, only the spiritual world, Swamiji explained, is eternal and therefore real. Roger was satisfied by Swami's answer, but he had other difficulties. He thought Swamiji too conservative. When Swamiji said that people's dogs must be kept outside the temple, Roger didn't like it. Many visitors brought pet dogs and with them to the temple. And now there was a hitching post in front of the building just to accommodate the pets on leashes. But Swamiji, but Swamiji wouldn't allow any pets inside. This philosophy is for humans, he said. A cat or dog cannot understand it. Although if he hears the chanting of Hare Krishna, he can receive a higher birth in the future. Roger also had other points of contention with what he considered Swamiji's conservative philosophy. Swamiji repeatedly spoke against uncontrolled habits like smoking, but Roger couldn't imagine giving up such things. And the instructions about restricting sex life especially bothered him. Yet, despite his not following very strictly, Roger felt himself developing a love for Swamiji and Krishna. He sensed that Swamiji had much to teach him and that Swamiji was doing it in a certain way and a certain order. Roger knew that Swamiji saw him as a baby in spiritual life who had to be spoon fed. He knew he had to become submissive and accept whatever Swamiji gave him. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'll do a small kirtan and then we'll continue with Srimad Bhagavatam. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharidhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharidhari यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गिरिधारी श्री राधे जय जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा माँ। जय गिरि गोवर्धन गिरि गोवर्धन गिरि गोवर्धन जय गिरि गोवर्धन। जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव। जय जय श्री श्री राधा गिरधारी भगवान की जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय। गिर गोवर्धन की जय। गौ निताय की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गोवर्धन से हरि। हरे कृष्णा all those Hare Krishna all those lotus feet of Shri Shri Guru and Shri Ram all those Shri Prabhupada all those Shri Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayaduriraye Nashtaprayesu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Tantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So, Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Canto 4, Chapter 29, Text 10. Khatyota avarmukhi chatra नेत्रे एकत्र निर्मिते रूपं विभ्राजितं तभ्यं विशते चक्षुषा वरः हद्योता विमुखिर्चात्र नेत्रे एकत्र निर्मिते रूपं विभ्राजितं तभ्यं विचस्ते चक्षुषश्वरा हद्योता विमुखिर्चात्र नेत्रे एकत्र निर्मिते रूपं विभ्राजितं तभ्यं विचस्ते चक्षुषीश्वरा I request Prabhuji. Kadyotavim kirchatra netre ekatra nirmite upam vichaste chakshu ishvara. Adyotavirmukhi chatra netre katra nirmite upam vibrajitam tabhyam vichaste chakshu ishvara. Adyotavirmukhi chatra नेत्रे एकत्र निर्मिते रूपं विभ्राजितं तभ्यं वीचस्ते चक्षुषीश्वरः. माताजी. खाद्योता विर्मुखी छात्रा नेत्रे एकत्र निर्मिते रूपं विभाजितं ताभ्यां वीचस्ते चक्षुषीश्वरः. Word by word. Khadyota, named Khadyota. Avirmukhi, named Avirmukhi. Cha, also. Atra, here. Netre, the two eyes. Ekatra, in one place. Nirmite, created. Rupam, form. Vibhrajitam, named Vibrajita, brilliant. Tabhyam, through the eyes. Vichaste, perceive. Chakshusha, with the sense of sight. Ishvara, the master. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The two gates named Khadyota and Avirmukhi, which have been spoken of, are the two eyes side by side in one place. The town named Vibrajita should be understood as form. In this way, the two eyes are always engaged in seeing the different kinds of forms. Purport: the two eyes are attracted by brilliant things like light. Sometimes we find that little insects are attracted by the brightness of fire and thus enter into it. Similarly, the two eyes of the living entity are attracted by bright and beautiful forms. They're entangled in these forms exactly as the insect becomes attracted to fire. Is the invocation prayers? Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasvai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Vayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapad Kamalam Shri Guru Vaisnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhavitamsya. He Krishna Karuna He Krishna Karuna Dinabandhu. Sorry. He Krishna Karuna Bandhu Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। I'll just read the translation. The two gates named Khadyota and Avirmukhi, which have been spoken of, are the two eyes side by side in one place. The town named Vibhrajita should be understood as form. In this way, the two eyes are always engaged in seeing different kinds of form. In this canto, just a small recap. In this canto, we are seeing that Narad Muni is instructing King Prachina Bharati, King Prachina Bharhi. And throughout the allegorical pastime that Narad is explaining, King Prachina Bharhi was not able to understand. And because of that, he requested Narad Muni to explain in more simplified terms, or you can say layman's terms. And Narad Muni able to see that King Prachinabhari's attachment to material karma is so strong, so he tried to explain him in easier way. As previously in the previous chapters, Narad Muni was explaining the story of Puranjana, and here he is explaining the same story but more in a related format. So here the king Puranjana is linked to Jiva, soul, who lives in a city, which is this body, and unaware of the Supreme Lord, Avignata, Puranjana was busy in enjoying using the 9 gates of this body with his wife, Puranjani, who is here referred as the material intelligence, along with his male and female friends. Under thinking that he's enjoying, but he was under the commander of his own mind. Now, from this chapter, Narad Muni is explaining the different gates one by one. And today, the specific gate that is being explained is eyes. We all have eyes. So, what is the goal of eyes, or why do we have eyes? To see beautiful form. So to see is the sense of sight. And as we have we have two eyes, Prabhupada in the purport explains that these two eyes are attracted by brilliant light. And these eyes, they have name. The left eye is Khadyota and the right eye is Avirmukhi. And it's always seen that one eye is weaker than the other one. The left eye is weaker than the right eye, which is strong. And this weakness has been explained as like a glowworm. So we see glowworm when they're flying around, they glow for a while and again go off. Glow for a while, go off. Glow for a while and again go off. Whereas the right eye has been mentioned as a torchlight. It's strong. Torchlight doesn't go on and off as long as the battery remains. So all this explanation of different gates still links to the weakness of its strength, and because of which it's coming under the effects of Maya, the bright light. So because of this weakness, eye on itself is weak. We've heard the saying, united we stand, divided we fall. So the two eyes are weak. And as Maya is so strong, it's able to control it and is putting it under its illusion. Just like any weakness in this body, whether it's our immunity or even strength, it's easily exploited. Like during winter, everywhere, all the companies, they provide immunity shots. Why? Because staff, people, they have the chances of getting sick, getting flu. So by taking these shots, you will not get flu. But as far as I've seen, and I'm sure most of you have seen, they still get sick. And they say, oh, it's a different kind of flu. It's not the same flu. So you will get sick. You cannot fight against mine. And similarly, for all living entities, just like a common flu is a common, like as common flu is a common disease, similarly, we have a common disease too. And what is that disease? Is that we all want to do bhog vancha, sense gratification. That's our weakness. We want to enjoy. Everybody wants to enjoy. And this bhog vancha is what putting us into this, bringing us back again to this condition. Sri Jagadananda Pandit, who is a close friend of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has quoted, has said in Prema Vivarta, which was again quoted by Srila Prabhupada in Canto 4, chapter 29, text 6. Within the purport, Krishna Bahirmukha Hana Bhoga Vancha Kare Nikatastha Maya Tare Jhapatiya Dhare. So those, Srila Jagadananda Pandit is saying that those who are away from Krishna, the source of all pleasure, the source of all strength, they become weak. They become weak how? By Maya. Nikata Stha Maya. Because Maya is around us. We are in the material world, so we are surrounded by Maya. And how does Maya gets hold of them? Tare Jhapatiya Dhare. It's jhapat. We know the word jhapat, like jumping and catching it. Just like a cat. When a cat sees a rat, what does it do? It doesn't go to the rat and says, Hare Krishna, can I have you for my meal today? No, it catches the rat, gets hold of the rat, and then kills it. Same way, Maya is getting hold of us, it's catching us and putting us in a bag of trap. Here we see some places I've seen that they put some small trap box and they put some bait. So when the rat goes in, it gets captured. Similarly, in this bag of Maya, in this world of Maya, material world of Maya, the rats are getting trapped. The living entities are getting trapped. And trapped within, what are they doing? What are they doing? All together, what are they doing? In Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, chapter 15, text 9, Manasasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karsati. So, with the mind, mana, sasthani indriyani, and all the senses, six senses, prakriti, the nature, the material nature is sthani karsati. It's struggling, the soul's living entity is struggling to get out, along with the senses. And the struggle is all for sense gratification. Because of these eyes, which is always attracted by brilliant lights, as Mataji said, something beautiful, it wants to see something beautiful. It always remains under this illusion and suffer. And the living entity enjoys it, but knowing that it's suffering, still can't get out of it. So for this eye, it is beauty, attraction to body. But what is this beauty of body? What do you think is the beauty in this body? What is beautiful about our body? It's the skin, 3 mm only. If I'm sitting here, if I peel off all of my skin, do you think you will be looking at me? I will not be beautiful. Nobody will be. So this 3 mm layer of skin is what defining is our beauty. And we are doing what not just to protect this beauty. Srila Prabhupada has explained and talked about this many times. The liquid beauty, which is how the world is running now. Liquid beauty. That's how the whole cosmetic industry is booming. And they are coming up with new ways of how to stop aging. And this material beauty is nothing else but karma, papam, duroshanam. This material beauty is leading us towards karma, papam, duroshanam. Towards karma, lust. And lust is the formidable enemy. Papam, durashadam. Durashadam means formidable enemy. One of the pastimes of one of the great acharyas, before he became acharya, Bilvamangal Thakur. Bilvamangal Thakur was so attracted to this female, Chintamani, by name Chintamani, that he left his own wife. And while there was a program of his father's, after they do a ceremony was going on, he left that. He stopped doing all those sacrifices. And what he did, on a very stormy night, he just went to meet her. He was so desperate to see her. He just left the house, left his own wife, and went to see her. And the storm, as explained, it was so strong that there was the river was overflowing. It was so strong. And in that strong stream of river, he somehow crossed it and reached the house of Chintamani. The way he crossed it, as explained, is he felt he was holding a piece of wood log and is crossing the river, but actually it was a dead body. So such strong illusion that he couldn't differentiate between a dead body and a log of wood. Now reaching Chintamani's place, the doors were closed and the house was walled. So to go to the inside of the house, he tried to climb. And he thought that he's climbing the wall using a rope, but it was a snake. So you can see that it's so strong, the desire to just enjoy so strong that he couldn't differentiate between a dead body and a snake. But the moment when he met Chintamani, he told Chintamani how much struggle, how many blocks that he went through to just to see her. And Chintamani, after hearing this, she was shocked. She said, if you would have dedicated yourself to the Lord, if your desire to see the Lord would have been so strong, then you would have achieved the lotus feet of the Lord, Krishna. And hearing this, Bilvamangal Thakur realized that what he has done. And at that very moment, he decided he's going to leave for Vrindavan. So on his way to Vrindavan, he got thirsty. And he got thirsty, so he tried to find some water to drink. And he saw this lady who was filling water, beautiful, and going back home. And seeing her again, he just had the desire to talk to her, to enjoy with her. So he left. He started walking behind her. As the lady reached her house, she told her husband that this person is stalking me. And this person he wants to talk to me. And the husband said, okay, I'm here. Talk to him in front. And she told Bilvamangal Thakur, why are you following after me? I'm an alone lady who's walking. Why are you after me? And that point, Bilvamangal Thakur again remembered the lesson, what Chintamani told him. And he fell ashamed. Instead of asking for water, he said, can I get the 2 pin from your hair? I'm sure Mataji's good. Pin the hair. And he took those pins and he poked his eye. And at that very point, he poked his eye, and then in that state, he went towards Vrindavan and dedicated his life serving Lord. Because of this strong illusion, he realized that these eyes are the root cause for me from getting distracted from the lotus feet of the Lord. So these eyes are not worth it. They have no value. So I might as well just get rid of it. And Krishna Das Kaviraj in Chaitanya Charitamrita says, what's the purpose of these eyes? Krishna valokena vina netra phala nahi ana yai jana Krishna dekhe sai bhagyavana. The purpose of these eyes, Krishna valokena vina. The purpose of these eyes is to see Krishna. And if you are not seeing Krishna with these eyes, then you loses its purpose. But the one, Jona, Krishna dekhe, the one who sees Krishna is Sai Bhagyavan. He's very fortunate. He's very fortunate. He's the most fortunate. And as Bilvamangal Thakur remains to serving the Lord in Vrindavan, he prays every day. Just like we pray every day. Within the invocation prayer, we say, Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya. So we are praying. We are praying to our spiritual master, to Srila Prabhupada, that please, please help me. Please help me by giving, by to the light of knowledge, please help me to see, to see things as it is, to see Krishna. And every morning when we do Guru Puja, what do we say? Chakshudan, yes, Mata. Chakshudan dilo jai, John. So, Chakshudan dilo jai. These chakshus are dan. It's not ours. We haven't got it on our own effort or on our own merit. This has been given to us as dan, bhiksha. It's, it's mercy that has been given to us. By whom? Or by the Lord, by the spiritual master. And what position do they hold then when someone gives you something? Says Chakshudan Diloje, John me, Prabhu say, He is my Lord, He is my master. So if we have been given this eyes of eyes of knowledge, or this knowledge which has opened our eyes, that person is our master, our God. If we lose our eye tomorrow or now and we go blind, how will we feel? For a second, you cannot see it. Not for a second. At least give it 5 minutes. You are not able to see anything. What will happen to you? You will go crazy. But then, after 5 minutes, if somebody gives your eyes back, what will you do? You will be in tears, praying to that person, begging to that person. You will be thanking that person. The same way, Guru gives us those eyes. So he is a true proprietor, he is a true owner of these eyes. And through these eyes, through this knowledge, he teaches us what? Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. If somebody gives you those eyes and you're able to see now, you will do whatever he tells you. And he's saying, Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. Lord Krishna. He is the Supreme Lord. And he does not only gives us our eye back. He puts, within our eyes, he puts Anjana. What is that Anjana? Sorry, Prabhu? Premanjana. Premanjana Churite. He gives us the love of God. A Guru gives us the love of God. Premanjana Churite Bhakti Vilochana. This love of God through his bhakti, through his devotion. So one who surrenders to the Lord by following the instructions of the spiritual master is blessed with Jnana Chakshu. When someone gives you something and if you utilize it as per the instruction, then you are benefited. Same way, when Guru gives you that Anjana, he gives you the instructions also how to do bhakti. And one, when follows such instruction, he is able to see out of the illusion. He is able to see the Lord. He is able to see the Supreme Lord's lotus feet. He is able to see the lotus feet of Krishna every time. And if you are able to see out of the illusion, then you're no more entangled. You're no more entangled in the misery of illusion. You're not suffering then. You can see through it. Just like in Bhagavatam, the story of Dhruva Maharaj. When Dhruva Maharaj saw his cousin brother sitting on his father's lap, He was stopped by his stepmother. And he was not happy. He was angry. He was in anxiety. And then he went to his mother crying, saying, why can't I sit on my father's lap? My stepmother has said that you have to take birth from my womb. Why so injustice? Why? And the mother advises, go. The only way you can achieve that position is by getting mercy. And Dhruv Maharaj leaves home. He goes towards the forest where Narad Muni. So Narad Muni is the spiritual master of Dhruv Maharaj. So Narad Muni, when he instructs Dhruv Maharaj, he tests first to see his determination. Everybody tests us. Even when you go for a job, the boss tests you. When you go for an interview, they test you to see your commitment. They ask you questions which may not be relevant to the job, but they ask you to see your commitment to the organization. Same way, Narad Muni asks questions to see his commitment. And when Dhruv Maharaj proved, he went in search of Vishnu, Lord Krishna. And after performing years and years of sacrifices, of austerity, he initially started with the desire of getting the position where he can sit on his father's lap. So he had a desire to just sit on a lap. From that, when he saw Krishna, he didn't want anything. Because all his material desires was for his sense gratification. He wanted to be happy. But when he saw the source of happiness, all that desire just washed away. And Lord gave his darshan to Dhruv Maharaj after years and years of austerity. But Lord Krishna is so merciful that he gives his blessings, he gives his darshan to all of us in every yuga. Lord says that paritranaya sadhunam vinashachaya sadushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So he comes in every yuga. But why does he come? The first reason is paritranaya sadhunam. He comes to save his devotees. Next reason is vinasachaya duskritam. In that course, when he is trying to save his devotees, as byproduct, he kills some bad people also, some demons. But the first primary reason is to save his devotees, to bless his devotees. So we need to choose whether we want to be blessed, whether we want to be the main reason, or we want to be the byproduct. Nobody wants to be the byproduct. So let's pick the first reason. And in this yuga, Lord being so merciful, he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he gave us a festival. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he gave us a festival. What is that festival? We just had it a few weeks ago. Netra Utsav. When during Snan Yatra, when Lord Jagannath, who is none other than Lord Krishna himself, after eating so much, after taking shower outside, he gets sick, and then he comes out after 2 weeks, 14 days, on his rath. Netra Utsav, big eyes, looking at everyone, each and every one of us, and showering his mercy. And Srila Prabhupada took that mercy not only from India, to around the world. That's why globally we have Rath Yatra. Hence, Srila Prabhupada is known as Krishna Kripa Murti. He's Krishna's Kripa. So to get that mercy, you can get that mercy directly from Srila Prabhupada. And in this Rath Yatra, what do we sing? Yes, Mata, loudly. You got a good voice, I know. Yeah. Okay, yes. We also sing Jagannath Swami, Nayana Padgami, Bhavatume. Jagannath, you are the Lord of the entire world, of the entire creation. Jagannath Swami, Nayana Padgami, through this materialized, Nayana Pat, through this materialized, through this path of this materialized, please enter my heart. Padgami, Bhavatume, enter into my heart. So we prayed to the Lordship every year, and He does, enters our heart. As a super soul, He's still there, He's present. So as we talk, the reason why we have eyes is so that we have that vision. And as we have that vision, we should try to serve Srila Prabhupada, who has mercifully given us this mission of Krishna consciousness through the association of devotees, spiritual master, Shastra. So let's make this vision as our mission. Because this is Lord's plan. It is Lord's plan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Prithvite ache joto nagaradigram, sarvatra prasad hoibe moranam. In every town and village, throughout the world, the chanting of my name. What is that chanting? I think everyone's waiting for prasadam maybe. What's that chanting? Do we know the chanting? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Lord has said that this will happen. It'll be heard everywhere, every nook and corner. And we have been given this task. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. If there's any questions or comments. Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.